Sean Pierce Johnson.
Robert Baker.
Sean.
Robert Baker.
Sean Pierce Johnson.
See, this is what happens at day 4 of GetCon. What's going on, everybody? Sean Pierce Johnson here with Robert Baker.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you feeling on day 4?
A little bit tired.
Yeah, I think we're all starting to really feel it.
I think it's good, though, because I think we've all been really working hard to make sure that there's good content, good videos.
Trying to have a good time, keep ourselves healthy. Did you get the sickness that went around?
Yeah, like day 2, I wasn't feeling the best. But
Yeah.
that was also because we were up till 3 a.m. 2 nights in a row and got up at 6. So.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I definitely had yesterday, Tuesday or Wednesday, I think was my worst day, somewhere in there.
Was it not feeling too hot?
No, but today I feel great.
Nice.
Today I feel great, getting ready to do some more videos. And, well, here we go. How's GetCon been for you so far? You
Good.
Feel like you've got some good stuff going?
Yeah, shot a bunch of videos. It's just a lot of footage to edit. So everyone's kind of, I was getting messages like, you haven't posted anything. We haven't seen you anything. I'm like, yeah, it's because all the videos are like 40 minutes long and we got to edit them all down.
Exactly. It's like I just got some of the stuff I got raw footage for, and then some of the other ones I don't have the raw footage for. Mm-hmm. And I tried to make it so that I could bring my mobile Pro Tools rig with me and be able to do all that stuff. But by the time I get back to the hotel, I'm just so gone from the day that I don't want to do any work.
Yeah, we're whooped.
Yeah, especially if we stay for the jams and the streams. Mm-hmm. We get back to the hotel, it's 11 o'clock. You don't want to work.
Each night I get back to the hotel, I'm like, all right, time to edit. And I'm like, look at my computer, I'm like,
No.
It's not. It's time for sleep.
Now I want to ask you a different kind of question, because when I started watching your videos, and Henning had made me aware of what you do, I started noticing you incorporate Macho Man Randy Savage a lot into your videos.
The Macho Man.
Does that come from a wrestling fandom, or do you just have an intense fascination with Macho Man?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
No, I used to watch the more old school wrestling. I wouldn't know anything about it nowadays, but Macho Man was always my guy. I had my buddy who was all about Hulk Hogan, Lex Luger, Sting, a lot of the WCW era.
Okay, yeah.
But then when Macho Man came back, I was like, yeah, the Macho Man.
That's my jam right there.
Yeah, he was always, he's just the man. He was the coolest.
Him and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Yeah.
That's top of the pops right there.
I mean, there's so many of them. Scott Steiner.
Oh my God, that guy scares me these days.
Yeah, he's pretty terrifying.
He's pretty terrifying. Who's the most terrifying YouTuber here? Who's the Scott Steiner of the group here?
Who's the Scott Steiner here? I'd say maybe you would think Glenn, but Glenn's just like a teddy bear on the inside.
Glenn can be a teddy bear.
Yeah. Once you get to know him, he's just like a teddy bear who hates bass players.
Yeah, he really does hate bass players.
He does not. He's not a fan of the bass.
How do you feel about bass players?
I think I love bass players.
All right.
See, I mean, I could jam out to Billy Sheehan or Victor Wooten. I don't know many bass players to be like, oh, this guy. But I mean, I always love hearing John Paul Jones and stuff on Zeppelin. Yeah. I'm always like, dude is just killing it.
Yeah, solid grooves.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I know we got Juan Alderete running around
through
here in GetCon, and for me that's I don't know how to really approach him because he's one of my favorites. Yeah. And I'm a guitar player, so what does that say?
I'm almost happy because Phil was gonna get him to come up on stage when we did our jam, and I was just like, oh God, this bass player is gonna make us all look awful. He's so much better than all of us. And then he was gone. I'm like, oh. Now I just have to worry about Phil making me look awful.
Yeah, right? That was actually my favorite part of the jam a couple nights ago was when you guys did the little trading of licks and riffs. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like then how you guys gently morphed into War Pigs.
Yeah, well, and what's funny about that is I don't know how to play War Pigs.
Oh, so you learned on stage.
I was learning by watching Phil's hands. I was just like, Dan, I'm like, what song are we going into? And I'm like, it's War Pigs. And I'm like, dun, 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 dun. I'm like, okay, I can follow it. And then that's why he stopped it, because I was like, man. And he was like, we were just winging it. He's like, I didn't know you didn't know that song. I was like, yeah, we went with it. So,
well, hey, sometimes you just gotta go with it.
Go with the flow.
So what do you feel like this has been a success so far?
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
It was just beyond cool getting to meet so many people like yourself. Like we see everyone on the internet and stuff like that, and meshing in person is a different experience. And everyone here is exactly how they are on the internet, but only even better because it's in person. You get to like witness it. Like you're talking, like I'm talking to Tom Quayle. I'm like, this isn't right.
It's like holy crap. This is Tom Quayle is sitting over. He's standing over there right now.
Yeah.
But at certain points in the day, you'll be sitting right next to you, and you're thinking back to those moments of like, I remember watching your videos years ago and just thinking like, that's it. I'm putting a guitar down.
He was in the hotel lobby last night. There's passing around a guitar, and I'm like asking, like, do you know any George Benson licks? And he's like, I know this Pat Metheny lick, and he just like plays it, and it was insane. And he did like 6 times in a row. I'm like, I don't even. We recorded it in slow mo though, so I'm pretty pumped up. Totally stealing that lick.
Nice. Now, see, I haven't really bothered hanging out in the hotel lobby that much. So, what goes on in the hotel lobby?
What goes on in the hotel lobby stays in the hotel lobby.
You have the correct answer there. Although the only I did end up getting to hang out in the hotel bar the first night with Robert Keeley and Tor from TC, so that was kind of cool.
Nice.
Be able to share my dinner that night, a pint of beer. all the restaurants were closed.
Hey, you work with what you got.
You work with what you got. They call it liquid bread for a reason.
Hey, it kind of is. Did you get like the wheat beer?
No, just whatever the Pilsner was.
Oh, I was saying, it kind of is liquid bread.
Yeah, it's like liquid bread.
Yeah,
basically. So I actually wanted to ask you a question about your Acacia guitar.
Yeah.
Because I just became aware of them, and turns out that they're based pretty close by where I live. I did not know this.
Oh, yeah.
How did you hook up with those guys, and or a better question, how did you become aware of their brand?
So a mutual friend of ours, the Tone King, who's here, he just I think I was at NAMM or something. I was helping Leo do something. I was doing a solo for him for one of his songs, and he texted me. He's like, dude, I want to introduce you to these Acacia guys. And I was like, dude, it was like in Hall B, and I was like in Hall D. I'm like, I gotta walk all the way over there, and so I'm like, walk over there and just met him, and it kind of like all started right there. And at first, I don't think either one of us wanted to work with each other. Actually, we were just kind of like, oh, cool, yeah, and we just kind of kept talking back and forth, and then just became really good friends. To where like we talk all the time now, and we made the guitar. It was just a custom guitar. I paid for it. I just ordered it like a normal guitar.
Right.
And by then our relationship had kind of like built up quite a bit, and people were just calling it the Robert Baker signature guitar. And they were like, well, do you want to do one of those? And I'm like, yes.
Sure. Why not?
I mean,
it's like for us as guitar players, like the idea of making anything signature is kind of like, whoa.
Yeah. It was kind of crazy, and it's even crazier whenever they say like, oh yeah, the store just ordered your signature guitar. I'm like, what? Someone else likes my guitar?
Awesome.
This is awesome.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah, that's kind of just where it all started. And I love that they put the visual aspect of a guitar very high on the charts, because I've always said, like, you play a guitar with your eyes first. You see it, and I'm like, whether it's all reliced out or this is a gorgeous top on it, and like I see it, and I'm like, I want to play that guitar.
Yeah.
So
it's taste is about 90% the visual kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's like, I'm not a huge fan of like black guitars. So if there's this black guitar, odds are I'm probably not even going to walk over and try it out. If there's this gorgeous quilt top beside it, I'll just be like, oh, I'll try that one. So
now, because of that, are you a little lighter on your instruments, or are you pretty heavy on them?
What do you mean?
Well, because I know from my experience, I have to get very like plain looking guitars. I can't get pretty guitars because when I play live and when I play in general, I can be pretty hard on the instrument.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I pretty much like beat the life out of my guitars.
Okay.
On a regular, like I remember I sent them pictures of the guitar and they're like, "What did you do to this thing?" Like there's dents all in the back. I'm like, man, I just play it.
Well, the dents on the back, that's like, it doesn't matter what kind of guitar you have. If a company is upset about there being dents on the back, it's like, I gotta wear a belt.
Yeah, So I had already I just beat the guitar up, and I don't really believe in like keeping them clean and pristine or anything like that. I'm just like.
So you don't bother cleaning your fretboard?
You know what's funny? I've never cleaned my fretboard even once. Everyone always asks me, "How do you keep your maple neck so clean?" I'm like, I've never cleaned them.
Yeah, I've never cleaned them either.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
I was just saying, I think just some people have like acid hands, you know,
yeah.
like, that they'll eat strings and stuff like that. And I guess I'm lucky because I don't, like my hands usually don't sweat when I play or anything. So
yeah, the sweat all comes from here and here for me. That's where my sweat comes from when I play.
Yeah, not the hands though.
No, but I have noticed it on a couple of my maple fingerboard guitars that I'm starting to get little dirt spots in there.
Little like gunk build up on it. Yeah.
Which is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, I don't know, it's something to me, like when I see this kind of wear, and it's all part of like the personality of an instrument.
Yeah.
It shows it's almost like you have a window into the player's soul when you look at how beat up their guitar is.
Well, right, you know, and that's the thing, you know, and some people are against relic guitars, like we talked about that the other night and stuff, and because I guess it can be misleading because you see it and it's all relic, and I'm just like, man, someone loved that guitar.
Yeah.
Just played it, and they're like, oh no, it's new. I'm like, well, I'll buy the guitar and I'll love the guitar, you know.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, you know, I've never cleaned the guitars or. I'm probably actually pretty bad to my guitars, in all honesty.
Yeah, one of my favorite P basses I've ever played, it belongs to a buddy of mine. It's a 1970s P bass, and it's beat to crap, but it is probably the best sounding and playing P bass I've ever had an experience with.
Yeah.
So I love seeing the little scars because they're the story, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's always. I mean, like I said, I like seeing that stuff on a guitar, so it just means it's been played. Yeah,
absolutely. So moving forward after GetCon, what can we expect in the future?
Some more like travel-y stuff going on.
Cool.
So I go home for a week and then I go to China for a week. So a little bit, yeah. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm 6 hours ahead. Back to normal time. Now you're 12 hours ahead.
Yeah.
And then some clinic stuff in November.
Oh, cool.
And then NAMM, and then taking like 4 months off from any travel whatsoever.
Yes, I'm all for that. Well, I guess I'll be seeing you at NAMM.
Yes, you will.
Well, go ahead and tell the fine people where they can find you on the interwebs.
You can just find me on them internets. On just my YouTube channel is just called Robert Baker, so you can either just search Robert Baker, and I'm the first one that comes up, or youtube.com/ I think it's R Guitar maybe. That's a classic URL from back in the day.
Nice. I'll check on that for you. Make sure that it's appropriate in the description below.
Sure.
Well, Robert, thanks so much for taking the time to talk. Appreciate it, man. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure you click the subscribe button when you see it to not miss out on the rest of the GetCon videos. And until next time, I wish you all great tone and happy stomping. Cheers. 'Cause I can't take another day like this.